What's good? It's your girl Galaxy Queen Star. So the only battle I didn't get a chance to recap when the Strike 2.5 aired, live on pay-per-view was DNA versus Danny Myers. That was one of my least favorite battles on the card. And it's because they didn't really hold my attention. So I didn't want to do a recap because I knew I had to see it again. You know what I mean? To give my honest interpretation, my honest assessment of the battle. All right, so let's go. I did a bar for bar recap, y'all. Round one, DNA goes first. After the face-off last night, you better not talk about Charlie Clips, me clapping a machete, K-Shine Rain, or anything about my mother. Because I won't let them impress me about mine. So let's get to the root. Because now you got DNA on site. Ancestry.com. Ancestry.com. So you know what Ancestry.com is. You could basically go online and try to find your lost relatives. Next bar. Are they shooting? Made you look. Let's rewind to drop the 40 like when Nas was on the run. Cause I know I can make them eat the bullet if you don't got yourself a gun. So remember that song? Y'all shooting, made you look. You a slave, and then he put the Ether song in it. You don't yourself a gun, got yourself a gun. So he put like 3 different songs in that one bar. The Ether, the Made You Look song, and Got Yourself a Gun. So that was kind of creative. Next bar. How you gonna make it to Solomon? I exist. You need a patch. You'll get dropped and drugged. He won't make it to Iron Fist. Remember, you know that series, Iron Fist, is a TV series. So I thought that was kind of nice. Next bar. He like, you know how many niggas I kill in Cali for my BM, cuz? Just don't disrespect my shorty. He thought it was a game and caught the 50 in the hook. He won't tell another West Side story. So I thought that was fire. So I only wrote, 4 bars down. The battle didn't officially drop. It was on pay-per-view. So, DNA had a nice few good bars down. I admit he had a lot of filler in this round. I feel like it could have been a lot stronger, but he did have good energy and he had pretty good bars. So that concludes round 1 for DNA. Now we go to round 1 for Danny. Now Danny did do what I predicted in my my other blog when I did the Danny prediction. Hold on. I'll call you back. I'm blogging, all right? All right, later. Yeah, so Danny rebuttals what DNA said, and he was like, you just said, I hope I got myself a gun and use that for ammo, fool. This 40 my theme song. Bitch, I watched The Sopranos too. So, it landed okay. It was a few oohs and ahs there. I don't know if it's because the crowd was kind of, drawn out. Maybe they was tired, or, I don't know. Or maybe because I heard that it was a really big venue and there wasn't a lot of people there. But, he got a few reactions to it. But I thought that was a nice rebuttal. Then this next bar I love that Danny says, he goes, all this champ shit, you could stop claiming. I'll be on your block raining. I'll come to this Queen's Child's project like they shot Raina. Like, he was just, one thing about Danny, he got mad energy. It's like, calm your ass down, Danny. Like, damn, sometimes I feel like his energy and his performance kind of overshadows his bars, because sometimes if you're not really listening to him clearly, you would miss certain things that he's saying. I feel like he needs to tone it down a little bit, Danny. Just tone it down just a little bit so we can understand clearly what you're saying. All right, so next bar, I really love this bar too. NWX full of bitch niggas. Value 1. Y'all seen me, Son K. Rain signed with Rick Ross. I still ain't seen him with the gunplay. So y'all know, Gunplay is a song by Rick Ross. So that was fire. That was a nice bar. I'm going to say it again. NWX full of bitch niggas. Volume 1. Y'all seen me, Son K. Rain signed with Rick Ross. I still ain't seen him with the gunplay. So, that was fire. Next bar that I like of DNA first round. I'm sorry, not DNA, Danny Myers first round. They say your freestyle can beat a nigga. Well, the justice system is broken. I love when DNA free a nigga. That was fire. Because you know the justice system ain't good. And you know DNA is supposed to be the thing that frees somebody to say whether they commit the crime or not. Fire. This is the last bar in this round. I've been great. I was God tiered before Jesus wept. Fire. So I thought that was nice. You know, like I said before, he was just a little too aggressive, but he had better bars to me. He had some haymaker bars in this round. A little bit of filler, but not as much as DNA. And he just had too much energy. He needs to pipe his ass down. So the first round, to me, was debatable. The first round was a good round, but I ain't gonna lie, I edged it to Danny Myers. I felt like Danny Myers had more haymaker bars. You know what I'm saying? His bars kind of shook the room. It was at least 4 of them that I really liked, that I, you know, jotted down. It was just better than DNA, you know, and he had better, you know, more energy, even though his energy is too high, but he just had a better round to me than DNA. Round 2, we going back to DNA. All right. Because you talking through my rounds now. He rebutted something that was on Danny Myers' shirt. Okay. Danny Myers had a shirt on that says something about Jason Lives. So he rebuttals because Danny was talking while he was, you know, spitting his bars. So he goes, because you talking through my rounds now like the rhymes is blooded. Oh, your shirt says Jason Lives. That's too bad. Myers doesn't. I'm ready for war. So everybody was like, whoa, you know, because that was a fire, nice rebuttal. Now, when he first started this round, he did pay homage to, you know, he ain't dead or nothing, but Chef Trez is in jail. So he basically shouted out Chef Trez and said something about I should give y'all 3 of them things. So that was one of those things he gave, which is a nice rebuttal to Myers talking. So then he goes and say another rebuttal. Chill, my niggas, chill. Y'all wildin' out. Nah, I'm not even hype. I'm tired and calm. It's so much smoke over there, we might set another fire alarm. So remember the battle before this battle was K-Shine versus Av, and the fire alarm went off. So that was a rebuttal to what happened in the earlier battle. So, but he didn't give a third one, you know, a third rebuttal. He only did 2. And it was people in the crowd like, yo, one more, but he didn't do it. So next bar he goes, but me and you can resort to these. Let's see if he could spar. Because if we fight, it's the Walk of Fame. Y'all be seeing stars. One punch, chip in his front, Visa card. Fire. You know a Visa card has a chip in the front? Fire. I thought that was a really nice bar. This last bar I'm about to say is kind of long. I hope I get through it good. Let me clear my throat. All right, he goes. You trying to ride the NWX wave and play the coast. Because we rhyme together. Saying that my writing at sea level. Today get soaked trying to find this treasure. I'm sure this current flow, it'll make them boat. They'll see this guy is clever. And the wind mine soon. It's hard to stay afloat when it's tied together. I thought that was fire. Let me see if I can say it smoother this time. You trying to ride the NWX wave and play the coast. Cause we rhyme together. Saying that my writing at sea level. Today get soaked trying to find this treasure. I'm sure this current flow, it'll make them boat. They'll see this guy is clever. And the wind mine soon. It's hard to stay afloat when it's tied together. So I thought that was fire. And then he just kept going and going and going, but I ain't keep going. So I thought that was a solid second round that DNA had. Pretty solid. He started off good, but he just kind of lost his momentum after a while. You know, it was a little too much filler at the end, a little slow at the end. But he only gave 2 of those things. I like his basketball scheme that he had. He had some type of basketball scheme that was pretty good. So, you know, pretty solid round. You know, he was just solid. He kept it together. Solid round. Now we go into Danny Myers round 2. So Danny Myers rebuttals something about that Visa card that DNA says. So he goes, this bitch nigga about to go night-night. Because real niggas know you need the chip if you know how to swipe right. This bitch nigga about to go night-night. Alright, because real niggas know you don't need the chip if you know how to do the swipe right. You know, saying he could buck 50 somebody. So that, and of course he real hype and he's so extra and energetic with every bar that he says. Next bar. You a bitch nigga. I don't want to fuck up this battle, but see me with the hands. You'll get the fade in the future, like Wesley Snipes and Demolition Man. Demolition Man, my bad. You a bitch nigga. I don't want to fuck up this battle, but see me with the hands. You'll get the fade in the future, like Wesley Snipes and Demolition Man. So remember that movie, Demolition Man? Wesley Snipes had like a blonde fade. He had like a little high top and it was blonde. You know, so I thought that was pretty nice. Next bar. These last two bars I thought was fire. Next bar. I got a vicious plan to fuck up your block. This protect your neighbors. I'm in New York looking for DNA like Detective Stabler. Let me say that again. I got a vicious plan to fuck up your block. This protect your neighbors. I'm in New York looking for DNA like Detective Stabler. Call the investigators. He was just wilding on stage. And, you know, he talking to DNA. And, you know, Detective Stabler is that cop from Law and Order. So I thought that was fire. That was a fire bar. All right, this last bar in the second round. This is Danny Myers. NWX, I can tell your ass now. The street's over. Official retired. Saga left. ... Rain don't battle. T-Top is your only fucking street soldier. And K-Shine in New York undercover like Malik Yober. It's just you and Big T. Big T trash. It's just you. And Danny Myers was just so hyped, so amped. It's just you. It's just you. I was like, damn, Danny, calm down. Calm down. So Danny was fire in the second round. He had 2 haymaker bars that I like. Better bars than what DNA was coming with. I had to give the second round to Danny Myers, even though he do need to, you know, tone it down a little bit, calm down a little bit, but his bars were better than DNA. And I could see how some people wouldn't even understand certain things he say or can't really hear it clearly because he just be too loud and too extra with it. You know, if he slowed it down just a little bit, I feel like more people can catch what Danny Myers is saying. So like I said, this is second watch. Okay, I was able to hear clearer, you know, because I had to stop and rewind certain things. But the first 2 rounds, I definitely had to give it to Danny Myers. He already won this battle to me. So now we go in the third round. Now this third round, DNA starts off first. This third round was very, very personal. He threw a lot of low blows to Danny Myers, I felt. It was just too personal. I'm like, dag, he was going for the kill in this round, DNA. And he needed it so he wouldn't get swept. You know, so I'm going to start. He was calling Danny White a heroin addict. You know, so now before he starts the battle, he was like, clap it up for my grandmother. She just turned 85. She's my best friend and all this stuff. So the crowd is clapping it up for DNA. So he starts talking to Danny Myers, saying something like, every night your kids say while mommy's by the stove, ... You just say, from here on out, stay out the kitchen when your mother's burning sugar. Now, I know it ain't kind of rhyme because I kind of, you know, omitted some stuff, but it was kind of long, that bar, you know. But he was just talking to Danny Myers, like really making him feel this low about his wife and his kids. So I'm like, damn, this is bad, you know. So the next bar he goes, do y'all believe, now he's talking to the crowd, do y'all believe in the parallel universe? Do y'all believe in the parallel universe? I do, because you used to be a drug dealer. So think about all them addicts you may snort them lines. Ain't it crazy? Around the time your wife was shooting up, your career was in the all-time high. I'm like, damn, DNA, why you had to say all that? You know, but it seemed like Danny Myers was in 2 phases, you know, I buy it. I admit, like, Danny Myers didn't seem upset. He was just looking like, you know, he didn't really seem too phased by what DNA was saying. He probably expected that angle. Next bar, he says, you mean to tell me you spent $12,000 in the battle to try to help Rex, but you ain't take $1 out of that money to teach your wife that 12 steps? Woo, that was bad. Like, he just kept going in for the kill in this round. I almost felt sorry for DNA, but for Danny Myers. But like I said, Danny Myers didn't seem too phased. So I'm gonna definitely, first I'm gonna go to Danny's round before I say who I give that round to. So now Danny goes, third round. He rebuttals what DNA said. When he first started off, it seemed every round Danny started off, he would rebuttal something that DNA said, and I appreciated that because Danny knew that DNA was one of the rebuttal kings, so he knew he had to practice on freestyling, and he did. Every round he started off with a rebuttal. So he says, "This gonna be quick. This gonna be quick. I'm glad to see your grandma live to 85. Bow! She won't live to see 86. Woo! Nice rebuttal. Then he goes, "It's the third round and I'm up here smoking this fool. It's crazy how my wife got an addiction, but she's still doper than you." So I thought that was nice. Nice rebuttal. Last bar. He kept saying, "What the fuck do you know about being a champ? What the fuck you know about being a champ?" And he'll say a bar after that. So I jotted this one down. "What the F do you know about being a champ? Did y'all give this nigga that belt? No, right? Instead, he be cocky. He came to the ring with his own belt like Ted DiBiase." I believe Ted DiBiase, that's the wrestler, who makes belts and stuff. So I thought that was nice. But that last round, I knew Danny couldn't come back after that, that round from DNA. Because DNA really talked to him. He really got too personal, low blows. And it was just like, ooh, you almost kind of felt for him. So that round was really, really, like heartfelt, in a bad way though. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely give that third round to DNA because he really talked to Danny's soul. You know what I mean? He talked to his soul. So he actually, fought back in that third round. So the first two rounds to Danny Myers. That last third round, I'm going to give it to DNA. All right, y'all. So I got to go and I have to see the battle. I've been so busy, but I'm about to watch the battle with Chess versus Shotgun Suge, and then I'm going to do my recap on that as well. All right, y'all. So y'all have a good night, and remember, there's no night without stars. Later.